Okay, y'all, I'm going to test something out. My car was at the mechanic shop last time. I had this steering wheel put on, which this is a 91. I had a 4th gen steering wheel put on my car, and I had them replace the hood cable and hood release cable and the latch. It was in there for something else. I was actually planning on doing some of those things myself. Yes, I know the floor is dirty, I need to clean it up, but I was planning on doing some of those things myself. And since it was already in there, I said, hey, y'all take care of it, and we'll make my life a little bit easier. How about that? So the steering wheel turned out great. As you can tell, this is nice leather wrap steering wheel out of a 4th gen Camaro. It's got a little plain little displacement here, which I'm not worried about at all. It looks good in here. So I have not pulled this hood latch. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. I'd like to check my fluids, and I want to see how well this hood release works. Now, before, my other one had been damaged in a car wreck many years ago, so the cable was messed up, but it still worked for a long time. So it had actually been over 20 years ago that I was in a wreck and the hood release cable was damaged. So the hood's been a pain to open. It's just gotten worse and worse over the years, and it finally got to a point where it just about wouldn't open. So let's see if this fresh install of a hood release cable from the mechanic shop that I use, how well it's going to work. Now, replace the cable and the receiver for the hood, which is, you know, the hood release mechanism. I bought both of them off eBay. No, this doesn't look like the original. The original had, it was in yellow. It's funny, but the angle I'm looking at, this thing looks black, but from here it looks like it needs to be, on the phone, it looks like it needs to be shined up. Shows you how. Anyway, who's looking down there anyway? But, so the original had, you know, because the 91s and 92s had yellow text. So I think it said hood on it, and it may have had a picture of a car with the hood open. I'm not sure, but I do know it said hood and it was written in yellow. This one does not. I think this was cheaper than the one that did. I know you shouldn't always cut corners, but what do I need one that says hood for? Obviously that's what it's for. My 97 doesn't say hood on it. So let's see how well it works. Ready? This is my first time to test it. It didn't spring up, so let's see. Come on. Well. One-handed. So you just had to tug on it a little bit, not much. So this is new. And the cable's new. So the cable comes through here, runs through here, runs up through this channel, right beside the fender, runs through here, and then runs right through here. So I hope, being the original was taken out, I have had a car before that would leak right there. So I may need to put some silicone around that. We don't want water leaking up underneath here, because what happened on my other car, this area right here is where water was leaking in, and it leaked into the floorboard and it ruined a cell phone. That was back in the brick cell phone days, and the cell phone was actually underneath my seat. So I'm going to end up putting some silicone around this. And so, but if you'll recall on one of my other videos, I believe it was like right in this area, something like that, where you could see the cable on the inside and where this had been pinched, because this area This whole fender area of the car had been torn up, so this fender was replaced. I think there was a dent in the door, maybe this was bent. It was an incident with an 18-wheeler. Of course, the front bumper had to be replaced. The front wheel was bowed out and all that kind of stuff. So, it didn't release the way I was hoping it would. Not perfect, but I thought this thing ran underneath here. They may have had a hard time latching it like that. I don't know, I'd have to look back on one of my videos to see, or look at somebody else's. But I seriously did. I thought it went underneath. Hey, maybe it'll work fine like this. But I'll play with that hood some more. Maybe it's because I'm not sitting level. Didn't work as good as I hoped it would, but if I pull on the side over there, it worked fine. It did not spring up. So, but guess what? It actually opened. It got to the point that I couldn't get the thing open. So it's better than it was. How about that? Is that good enough? Okay, I'm gonna try it again. So, I'm gonna put the phone on the hood. I'm gonna pull the lever. Let's see. Yes. Okay, maybe this has been closed for a little while. Maybe that was it. Hey, you need to be pulling your hood every once in a while and checking your fluid levels anyway. Maybe it's because it was sitting on an angle, but it worked great this time. So, as usual, the shop that I used did a fantastic job and prevented me some labor myself. Fantastic. Look, I got something else I need to do. Weather stripping hanging down. So one of the previous times that the car was in the shop, I had them put these on for me. I had bought them and I actually couldn't figure out how to get them on. So the clip was funny. I don't know, I couldn't figure it out. So I guess it's because the other ones had been on there a really long time. So I had them put them on for me too while they were at it. This is the old 3.1. So it's a 91 RS. I've got some other information coming up on a video I would like to show you, but I'm not gonna throw it into this video. It's a whole separate video, a whole separate topic. And we'll check that out in just a few, okay? All right, thank you for taking time to watch this video. I was disappointed at first whenever I pulled the lever and saw how it worked. I had to lift up on this side to get it to pop up, but then the second try, actually y'all, I'm gonna be honest, that was the third try because I tried it again, not on video, and it worked great. So I was like, hey, I got a video of that happening. All right, so y'all take care, and y'all stay tuned. I'll have more videos coming.